Live from Stadium Field. This is Varsity Girls Field Hockey on the DAF Media Network. Today we have the Greenwich Cardinals facing off against the Darien Blue Wave. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us here on this wet Wednesday afternoon. My name is Ted Brennan. Joining me shortly will be Kari Johns. And we should have a great FCIAC West semifinal matchup between two crosstown rivals in the Greenwich Cardinals and the Darien Blue Wave. We are moments away from the opening of this game. And we are just about underway here. Darien will start with the ball. They are in the the white and black with the blue trims and the blue numbers. Moving from right to left here in the open. As that one will roll quickly out of bounds. And Greenwich is in the red and white with the white trims. They will be moving from left to right. Good interception there from Darien. Greenwich will take possession here. They'll have a hit from about the 20-yard line. And that ball will roll into the net, not for a goal, as no offensive player touched that, so good on the Darien defense to let that roll in. Darien comes into this matchup the 2 seed, while Greenwich is the 3 seed in the FCIAC playoffs. As Darien is progressing it nicely down that far sideline. Gets it inside, good save there from the goalie. I believe that was Matea Susik on the save there. Actually, excuse me. That's Georgia Pastore on the save there. Number 99, senior goalkeeper for Greenwich. Darien defenders doing a good job to get that one out of danger's way. Darien inside. And a good save there from Pastore. And Darien will get the hit from about the 25-yard line from the football field. Moving it back nicely. Good defense there from Greenwich. Darien moving it from front to back and trying to progress it front again. Or excuse me, trying to progress it forwards again. Darien will have a hit on that far sideline. That's Maisie Stewart putting that ball in play. Senior on this Darien team. Greenwich on the attack here. And Darien will get it out of danger there. Although it goes right back to a Greenwich stick. And that one will just roll right past that right post there. It was a good shot opportunity by Greenwich, trying to crack open this game, get an early lead here in this first quarter, but to no avail. Good hit forward from Darien. Little miscommunication there from Greenwich, and Darien almost picked it off. Darien will move it forward. That was one of the things that we were able to see in their last matchup against New Canaan. They are getting off to fast starts after fouls and things of that nature. And they're showing it early again here. Good move there from Zeta Cohen, midfielder for Greenwich. Just a junior, she'll have one more year in this Greenwich program. Darien gets another fast start. There are a lot of Darien players missing on this team for some undisclosed reasons, so this matchup will be much different than the matchup that was played earlier in the season, the two matchups between these two teams. So with Darien short-handed, they're going to try to use as much as that bench as possible. Darien tried to get it inside, but off a player. And it looks like Darien will have its first attack corner of the game. early on with about 6:40 remaining here, almost halfway through this first quarter. Darien will get an attack penalty. Stockdale on the insert. Moving it around that circle. Tried to get it inside, but no good. Greenwich will get that one out of danger. Looks like maybe a trip on that outside, far sideline. That ball rolled through a couple defenders, as it is very slippery out here, even on the turf. It has been raining non-stop since about 1:30 this afternoon in Darien. And it is still pouring hard here, as I'm sure the viewers at home can see on their screens. It is not a pleasant day to be playing some field hockey, but I'm sure these girls are just happy to be out here and vying for a spot in the finals of the FCIAC West playoffs here. Of course, COVID shortening their season and making the playoffs only within their cohorts and only within their bubbles. So Darien, as I mentioned before, has a great interception there. Has faced Greenwich twice so far this season, and they get to play him a third time here in the finals, or excuse me, in the semifinals, with a trip to the finals on the line here. Cohen tried to get that one past Darien as she intercepts that one. And Darien will look to push it forward here with about 4:25 remaining. The score is still 0-0. Greenwich will now have an attack, an attack penalty corner. Took me a minute to recognize what was going on. So Greenwich has an opportunity to put a goal in the net and take an early lead. Darien had one before and they were unable to convert, and now Greenwich is looking to capitalize on their attack penalty corner. It'll be Isabella Latuda on the insert for Greenwich, a junior middle-fielder slash defender. And here we go, Latuda on the insert. And it looks like they'll redo it here. So Latuda and the Cardinals will get a second shot at this attack penalty corner. Shot on goal, but stopped by Lindsay Darby, Darien goalkeeper. Darien still trying to get it out of that offensive circle. Bit of a miss hit there from Greenwich. The wet conditions probably do not help that one. And Darien avoids some danger on the attack penalty as the rain is starting to pick up. I'm sure the viewers at home can hear it through my headset. But the rain is definitely starting to pour even harder than it was before, making the conditions even tougher for these girls out here. About 2 minutes remain in this first quarter here. And Darien will look for another fast start on this pickup here, on this hit from about the 25. And a little tie up there, and Darien will get possession. Good ball down the line. That was Lindsey Turner on the reception there. A sophomore who is filling in for some of these players who are missing for this Darien team, of course, for undisclosed reasons. And I'd like to remind everyone that the DAF Media is a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. And thank you so much for everyone who is tuning in right now to watch this FCIAC West semifinals in varsity field hockey between the Greenwich Cardinals and the Darien Blue Wave. Ball over the middle, intercepted by Darien. Although just off the stick, and Greenwich recovers. That ball will roll past the goal line, and Darien will regain possession with about 30 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Actually, I'll tell you in a minute. Interception there from Greenwich. Shot on net. And it's in. Greenwich will score with about 8.2 seconds remaining here. That's number 3, Justine Ligori, on the score there. And Greenwich will take an early 1-0 lead going into the second quarter. So Greenwich strikes first on the goal from Justine Ligori. About 11 minutes into this game, as that ball will just streak out of bounds. And that'll do it for the first quarter. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the second quarter. Stay right where you are.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
back here on the DAF Media Network, and we have a great shot of the rain coming down from our ISO camera operator, TJ Boucher, doing a great job bringing you all the shots here, all the ISO shots. And as you can see at home, the rain is just pouring buckets out here. It is not a pleasant day to play some field hockey, but of course this game must be played. And we are back here with the second quarter, about 15-minute quarters, as Darien will push the ball forward. Darien tries to get that one out of danger, and they do.
Oh my God. Supposed to get out of the rain. Okay, here we go.
Joining me now is Kari Johns. She is trying to get out of this wet weather. As I've mentioned before, it is not pleasant to be out there.
You know what? As long as it's not cold. I actually, just came up. Wanted to give some comments. I am so proud of this team and what they're doing right now. I just had to come up and give a little shout out. I don't know if you made any commentary to what's going on.
I talked about how some of the Darien players were out for some undisclosed reasons, and that means that the JV team is essentially playing against Greenwich Varsity team, as they have had to call up a ton of players.
Yeah, so this is essentially our JV team playing against the Varsity, and so this is my team basically, so which is why I haven't been up here announcing, and I could not be prouder. Besides that last little mishap where we turned the ball over in the back end in the last few seconds, I mean, we've had opportunity after opportunity to score some goals, and we're going to have more. And I believe that they actually are going to pull this game. They're doing fantastic. There's nothing short of, you know, they're playing with their hearts. And as we know in field hockey, you play into the last minute, as we've seen a few times, and they're going to just play their hearts out and do their best. And they've been doing phenomenal right now. You've seen some great skill. And we always talk about the varsity, about the youth of the team. Well, this is the next level down, playing at a high level, and they're doing great. So, got it. Yeah. So so you'll see a lot of new faces and new numbers, because I had to redistribute all the uniforms, and that just happened kind of right before they had one practice, because there was no school yesterday. So here's another opportunity inside the circle. And this pretty much has been an even match. So I could, like I said, could not be more proud.
As you mentioned, yeah, it's been an even match besides that one little mishap from Darien that led to that goal from Greenwich. Number 3, Justine Ligori, opened up the scoring. But besides that, it's been relatively even, especially with the conditions today, as now you can really see it on our camera.
Yeah, it's coming down.
You can really see it on our ISO cameras. It is just coming down.
Yeah, we tried to get it pushed a little bit earlier, because yesterday, yesterday there was a match. Oh, nice job by Lindsay. Great job by Lindsay Darby to stop that goal.
Backup goalkeeper for this Darien team, just a sophomore. And a big save there from Darby to keep this at a 1-0 lead.
So we have coming in the match right now is Lindsay Eriks again. Yeah, it's coming down that we tried to get the match put up yesterday. Ridgefield defeated Staples in a 2-1 game, which was super fun to watch. You know, all these are coming down. So we have this is the semifinal match, and the winner of this match will go on to face Stanford, and the other in the finals. Stanford got a bye, so you know, I normally am trying to be very unbiased in these matches, but I'm pulling for Darien in this one. I have to say, I have to say, I'm looking for these girls to pull out a win. They fought hard. They had 1 day's notice to come out here, and they thought their season was over, and got a phone call and popped out on the field and are doing a great job, as I keep saying.
It's no surprise you're pulling for Darien, and
Yeah.
that's definitely okay.
On the Darien Athletic Foundation, I can say that.
You can say that as you are the coach of the Darien JV team, and these are your girls out here. And I think normally you and I do a good job of keeping it neutral. But I will hold down that neutral if you want to go ahead and
root for my players.
And root for your players. And
Oh.
I cannot imagine playing in this weather. I'm just standing up here under a tent and I'm still getting wet. And just these girls are coming out here and just, they're getting soaked.
You know, the ball does move faster on wet conditions. It also can fly up a little bit more on field turf. So this should be, looks like Lindsay. I'm not going to be able to,
That's Mackenzie O'Shea,
okay,
number
okay.
5.
Passing the ball up, ball just passing through Greenwich. I imagine she's going to try to clear this ball out wide, but brings it through the center. Interesting strategy. There's Chien. Nice little pick off there by Katie. And Katie's a freshman. You're going to see a lot of freshmen and sophomores here. Ball just going to go outside wide on the sideline unless somebody can grab that. So here's Chien again.
About 9:30 remaining in the second quarter.
It hits a player's foot and, yep, should be coming the other way. All right, I'm going to pop out in a little bit. Again, I just wanted to come up and just give a shout out to all these players who have been fighting so hard and doing such a great job. I just want to say hi to all the folks at home and to some of the varsity players who are probably watching at DAF again. These girls are going to fight for you and do their best, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Well, Kari, thank you for joining us here on for a couple of minutes here.
I'll try to come back up.
You can do whatever if you want to be down there and cheer on the sidelines. I think I am. I can handle it up here. Although it is nice to have your expertise up here. But regardless, I think you should be down there cheering on your girls.
All right, you stay dry.
You too. It might be difficult. Yeah, go right ahead. 100%. Darien in the regular season, they finished 8-2-1. That was good enough for the second seed. As another Greenwich opportunity, but Darien will get that one out of danger. And Greenwich finished 4-4-1, pretty much right at that 500 mark. But that was good enough for the 3 seed. So a bit of a weaker FCIAC West conference, but nonetheless, we have some playoffs here. And the rain just keeps picking up as Greenwich will have another attack penalty corner. They will look to extend the lead to 2. But they'll have to go through goalkeeper Lindsay Darby. And we saw earlier she made a great save. And she'll be looking to hold down the defensive end here again on this attack penalty corner. Number 9, Isabella Latuda, will be inserting for Greenwich. And as you can see on our ISO camera, everything is soaking wet. The ball, the players. There's a great save there from Lindsay Darby. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our production crew. Our main camera is David Popson. Our ISO camera is TJ Boucher. Our director is Andrew Banks. He's also working instant replay. Our advisor is Damian Andrew. I'm Ted Brennan here on the DAF Media Network. And Kari Johns popped in earlier. And we still have a 1-0 match here. About 6:20 remaining here in this first half. And oh Lord, the rain is picking up. It is, I don't know how many times I can say this, it is pouring out here. As Greenwich will have another attack penalty corner as Latuda inserts. That's Cohen, and good defense there. Or it looks like it hit off of somebody's foot. I believe that was 14 Emma Riley, and Greenwich will have another opportunity on this attack penalty corner. Latuda has been doing a great job and that is in. Greenwich gets another goal. I could not tell who that was. We will try to get you that information as soon as possible. As Greenwich takes a 2-0 lead with about 5:15 remaining here. And Darien is down 2-0. They'll be looking to climb out of that 2-0 hole, and we will try to find you who scored that goal. Darien tried to put it in that center there. On the goal for Greenwich. Still trying to figure that out. Some good back and forth play here. Cohen, big hit down that line. Although that one will roll past that end line. Greenwich on the attack again. That was Augustina Ferrario on that attack there, unable to get anything going. And another attack penalty corner for Greenwich, and they will see if they can extend their lead. On the goal for Greenwich was number 20, Caroline Babb. Thanks so much to Damian Andrew, our advisor, for getting us that one. Sorry it took so long. And a good swing there. And Darien will avoid some danger there. So the two goals that were scored for Greenwich were Ligori at the end of the first quarter, and Babb in the second quarter here, about 2 minutes remaining before halftime. And we will see if Darien can turn the tide in their favor. They're looking to climb out of a 2-0 hold, or excuse me, a 2-0 hole. And it will be a difficult hill to climb. As Kari and I mentioned, this is a mix of varsity and junior varsity players for this Darien team. Greenwich on the attack again. the waning seconds here of this second quarter, Greenwich is up 2-0. And they will have all the momentum going in to the second half, as they will have another attack penalty corner. With about 20 seconds remaining, they'll look to push the lead to 3. And that attack penalty corner was to no avail. But that will do it for this first half. Greenwich leads 2-0 on the goals from Ligori and Babb. Greenwich has played a great game so far, despite the weather. And Darien, besides that one mistake, they've played really well as well. And that'll do it for the first half here on the DAF Media Network. We're going to take a short halftime break. We will see you in about 8 minutes.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
I'm proud of the work the Darien Foundation has done over the past 20 years. If you live here, our work has likely impacted you, your family, and your neighbors. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4.2 million in grants, which create opportunity for Darien's youth, support our town's safety and security services, and enhance the overall quality of life in Darien through collaboration with community organizations.
As a family that's relatively new to town and planning to make this our long-term home, I'm grateful to see my community and my family benefit from the Darien Foundation. When I learned that the edible gardens at the elementary schools, the generator at the Darien Library, and the playground by the Sound were all funded by the same organization, I raised my hand to get involved. I'm proud to support an organization whose impact I see every day in our schools and throughout our community.
So far this year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $138,000 in grants to enhance our community. In 2013, the Darien Community Association opened a 4-acre bird sanctuary thanks to a grant from the Darien Foundation. The serene wooded glade has attracted numerous birds, bees, and butterflies, as well as more than 200 schoolchildren and other visitors. This year they added a new pondless waterfall, as well as more trees, plantings, signage, and benches. In 1976, the Darien Historical Society and Darien High School students built the Middlesex, an authentic replica of the 18th century whaleboats. These were used by local patriots in the Revolutionary War to fight the British Navy in Long Island Sound. The Darien Historical Society is restoring this artifact so that it can be part of Darien's upcoming 2020 bicentennial celebrations. The live turtle exhibit continues to be the most popular attraction for children at the Darien Nature Center, which welcomes over 16,000 visits annually. A new forest and pond ecosystem will allow visitors to engage with several species of turtle that will live together in a 50 square foot habitat that resembles their natural home.
This has been such a special collaboration between the Darien Nature Center and the Darien Foundation, because not only have they provided generous funding to us, but we've been able to meet with members of the foundation and our staff and talk about what is going to make the very best exhibit for the town of Darien, and we've really added value to the process by doing that.
The vast majority of food distributed by Person to Person is donated from local suppliers and businesses. A group of dedicated volunteers drives the brand new cargo van on these daily rounds, which each year account for more than $100,000 in collected food. Person to Person also has an extensive youth program, offering many Darien High School and middle school students their first experiences at volunteering.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have a beautiful new van. We're very excited about it, not only because it's new and it's safe for those who are riding in it and driving and going to pick up all the food, but also it speaks to the support of the Darien Foundation, as well as speaks to what Person to Person does.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, and another great shot brought to you by our ISO camera, TJ Boucher, or as I like to call him, TJ Brody. Bringing you a great shot of this rain falling down here. So we are moments away from the start of the second half. Greenwich has a 2-0 lead over Darien. They took an early lead late in the first quarter on a Justine Ligori goal, and they took a 2-0 lead on a second goal from Bab. So this Darien team will look to keep it at a manageable game and try to claw their way back into this game. It is by no means over, although the road ahead is steep. For those of you just joining us, my name's Ted Brennan here on the DAF Media Network, which is a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. Kari Johns may or may not be joining me for some comments like she did in the first half. We shall see. She's cheering her girls on, as this roster for Darien is mainly consistent of JV players, as some of the normal starters for Darien are out due to some undisclosed reasons. So Kari Johns, who is the Darien JV coach, is on the sidelines today cheering on her players who she has coached through this season, this wacky season at that. And for those of you who thought 2020 couldn't get any weirder, we are playing a game in the pouring rain. Ferrario tried to take it all the way by herself, but Darien defenders swarm around her. Head coach for Greenwich is Megan Wax. And on the opposite side for Darien is the legendary Mo Minikis. And so far this has been a pretty clean game despite the weather. We've seen minimal unforced errors as DeMarc lifted that over some Greenwich defenders. But we've seen limited unforced errors, minus the one from Darien that led to the goal. But besides that, we've seen a pretty clean game from both these teams in this downpour that we've seen since about 1:30. Darien, who was moving from right to left in the first half, is now moving left to right. They're in the white and the black with the blue trims, and Greenwich is now moving right to left in the red and white. Greenwich looking to move it forward here. Darien will get to that. Darien will have it from about midfield here. Looks like number 15, Anna Whalen, will try to put this one into play for Darien. Good move there from DeMarc, Kate DeMarc. Some great stick work there from DeMarc. And Greenwich will get that one out of bounds. That was O'Donnell who got that one away for Darien, or excuse me, for Greenwich. Zeta Cohen will hit this one in for Greenwich. Good defensive stick work there from Mackenzie O'Shea of Darien. And stolen away, I believe number 10, Charlotte Gans, had her stick on it. As Ferrario will push that one forward. Seeing some pretty good passing from Greenwich here on this push. Although as soon as I say that, it's intercepted. I believe Maisie Stewart, number 13 for Darien, intercepted that last pass from Greenwich. A tough collision there. And Greenwich picks it up. Good ball up the sideline. Turner and Cohen were fighting for it, and Cohen, big swing. But Darien will take possession of it. The rain looks like it's slowing up a bit. Definitely not coming down as hard as it was towards the end of the first half, but still some disgusting conditions. As Kari mentioned before, the ball is going to slide more because of this wet turf. And the wind is picking up as a nice lift there. Good stick tap. And Greenwich is on the attack once again. That was a great opportunity for Greenwich. Number 15, Clara Muffelman, had a little spin around shot. It looked like it went off of number 17, Kayla Johnson's stick, almost towards the net, but Darien was able to get that one out of harm's way and to prevent it from going to 3-0 in favor of Greenwich. About 7:30 remains here in this second quarter, or excuse me, the second half here on the DAF Media Network, which is a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. Cohen will take it from the 40. I'm going to give another quick shout out to our production crew. Our main camera operator is David Popson. Our ISO camera is TJ Boucher. Our director and instant replay man is Andrew Banks. Damian Andrews, our advisor. We had a bit of a guest speaker from Kari Johns. And once again, I'm Ted Brennan here, bringing you some FCIAC West semifinal matchup between the Greenwich Cardinals and the Darien Blue Wave on this Wednesday afternoon, November 11th, 2020. Stewart tried to get that ball down the line to Wayland, I believe it was, but Greenwich intercepted that pass. Although to no avail, as Darien will take it at about the 16-ish or so. Good defense there from Greenwich as Emma Riley pushes that one out of bounds. Latuda tried to get that one in, but good defense there from DeMarc, putting some pressure on her as DeMarc will look to flick that one forward as she does. Stewart will get that one out, although I believe it will be Greenwich ball still, or Greenwich possession. Latuda has it at the 15-ish, with about 5 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. And we've seen some missed hits from both sides. Dogovitis on the far side trying to get it around the defender. And as we have a bit of a quick moment here, I'd like to give thanks to all the veterans who have served our country here on Veterans Day. And some fancy stick work there from number 15. Clara Muffelman, lifting that ball up and doing a little trick. But as I was saying, I'd like to give thanks to all the veterans out there, whether serving or retired. Thank you so much for serving our country and protecting our freedoms here on this Veterans Day. Greenwich doing a good job of passing the ball, moving it from outside to in, back to outside, especially in this weather as the rain is starting to pick up again. Greenwich has had a lot of opportunities to score here. They've been pushing the pace a lot after that second goal, trying to make it a 3-goal lead. And that's not to say that Darien hasn't had opportunities. We just haven't seen them have as many opportunities as they would have liked to have. They had a couple in that first half, just unable to convert any of them. And that is why the score stands at 2-0 in favor of Greenwich with about 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter on the DAF Media Network. Latuda gets that one to the outside to Johnson. And good defense there from Dogovitis and Riley to get that one away from Johnson. Good pass inside. Greenwich unable to convert on that one, but Latuda is right there for the interception. That was a great opportunity from Greenwich. They were trying to get it to Ligori again to get her second goal of the night, but Darien doing a great job, and they were up to the challenge. And it'll be Darien ball. Emma DeGraff will hit that ball for Darien. Another one of these JV players who's been called up. Has a good move there from Ligori, but a good stop from Darby. And that one is in. Number 5, Catherine O'Donnell. A great goal there to put Greenwich up 3-0 with about 55 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. So Greenwich tacks on another goal onto their lead. That makes it 3 goals here. One from Ligori, one from Babb, and this most recent one coming from O'Donnell, Catherine O'Donnell, the senior. And I'm sure that feels good for her, as she potentially, barring any huge changes, she might be playing her last field hockey game, or high school field hockey game, if they make it to the finals here. Good hit there from Ferrario. Gets it up to Ligori. Ligori unable to hold on to that one. About 30 seconds remain here. Turner's going to run that one, or almost had that one. That ball will roll past the goal line. And Darien will get it in here with about 5 seconds remaining. That might do it for the third quarter, which it does. Greenwich has a 3-0 lead with 15 minutes remaining. Darien is definitely not out of it, but it will be another tough hill to climb.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, as we're getting another great shot of the rain falling from our ISO camera, TJ Boucher, doing a great job bringing you some of these ISO shots. Our main camera operator, David Popson, trying to tell us that he's bringing you that shot, but he's working on the main camera. But both of them are doing a great job bringing you all the angles of this game. It is 3-0 nothing here in this final 15 minutes of play. Of course, this game isn't over until the final whistle sounds, but Darien has a tough deficit to overcome. But nothing is out of the question for a Mo Minikis team. Minikis has been, as I mentioned before, a legendary coach here for the Darien Blue Wave field hockey team. Countless state titles, countless FCIAC titles, a couple FCIAC Coaches of the Year awards. She's probably got every award imaginable for a field hockey coach. So I'm sure she's telling her girls to come out here and fight for these final 15 minutes, as this could be the final 15 minutes of their season, as this is the FCIAC West semifinals. Single elimination. The winner of this game will go on to the finals. And there will be a timeout. It looks like Turner may have gotten popped with a stick. Might not be Turner, might be someone else on that far sideline. I can't really tell. We're going to take a short break while they figure this out. Hopefully she's all right, as that did not look great. Back here after that injury timeout. That's Allie Mayer, number 8 for Darien. I think she got popped in the face with a stick. I think Cohen got her unintentionally on her backswing. So hopefully Mayer is all right. We don't like to see any injuries regardless of the team. So hopefully she can recover from that. But Mackenzie O'Shea is pushing that ball forward. But some good defense. DeMarc for Darien. That's that forward opportunity here for Darien. That was some tough defense from Charlotte Gans. And I believe, yes, that is correct. Darien has an attack penalty corner, and they will look to put a point on the board to avoid the goose egg. And we will see if Darien can convert. This is one of their first penalty corners since earlier in this game. I believe it was the first half was their last time. Towards the goal. Good save there from the Greenwich keeper. Georgia Pastori. A great save there. Although Darien has another attack penalty corner. I believe that's Stockdale on the inserting. Slow roller. Riley had it, but it was taken away. Some good defense there from Greenwich, and I believe Latuda poked that one away from Riley. And Stockdale will get this one in. Tried to get that one to O'Shea. Riley will take it from the 25. A little bit of a pass back to Stewart, and that was some good defense there from the Cardinals. Stockdale loses her stick there. Couldn't play defense on that hit from Muffelman. Greenwich will take that one. Good hit there from Johanna Pastor. The sister of the Greenwich goalkeeper, Georgia Pastor. There are a couple family relations between both teams here. Each team having at least a pair of siblings on this roster. So it's a family affair here for both Darien and Greenwich. And some good defense there by the other DeMark sister, Dylan DeMark. Trying to get something started for Darien late here. We've seen Kate DeMark a lot. I haven't called Dylan DeMark's name, but she just got her shot out there on some great defense as O'Shea loses the ball on some great defense. Greenwich tried to push that forward, but I think a penalty was called. Good ball movement. Stockdale tried to get that one forward to White, but some good defense there from Greenwich. Stewart hits that one in. Greenwich moving it up that far sideline. Some good defense there. I believe that was Johnson on the far side attacking for Greenwich. Greenwich will take it from the 25. Greenwich will have another attack penalty corner here, looking to officially ice this game, which would be the final dagger in the coffin for Darien. Latuda on the insert for Greenwich. And some good defense there from Darien. Greenwich trying to attack on that far side of the field. And it looks like Greenwich will have another opportunity at icing this game. Latuda will insert this in here. Good save there from Darby on the shot from Muffelman. And that ball is in for a goal. I believe that was number 9, Isabella Latuda, on the goal there. And that is probably the final dagger in Darien's coffin, being down 4-0 here with only 5:14 remaining. They would need a miracle to pull this off. Getting at least 4 in the last 5 minutes and then getting a 5th either in these 5 minutes or if they force an overtime, which is a tough hill to climb here as they are down 4 on the goals from Ligori, Babb, O'Donnell, and Latuda. Darien was playing very well in this first half, despite being down, and especially with playing mostly JV players. They were playing an excellent game, but in the second half, the wheels started to come off the wagon, and things fell apart. As Muffelman nutmegged Stewart and almost had an incredible goal, ricocheted off the post. It went past Darby, and for Darien, it took a lucky bounce, not forcing this to 5-0 lead, but it bounced off the post, and unfortunate for Muffelman. I believe that little tap there was considered dangerous, which means something endangers the players around them. O'Shea has it on that sideline, trying to push it forward. She does. She gets it to Nicole Clark. About 2:45 remaining here in this third quarter. Or excuse me, this fourth quarter, as that stick flies out of her hand. I believe that was Katie Savino. That's something you see in the major leagues, or Major League Baseball, when somebody swings too hard. Her stick went flying, as I'm sure it's a combination of a hard hit and the wet atmosphere here on this Veterans Day Wednesday night. Greenwich has played extremely well here, especially in the conditions that we see, or that we've seen, all this rain and disgustingness of this day. with the weather-wise. As it looks like Greenwich might have another attack penalty corner with 1:30 remaining here. And Darien will try to stop it here, getting some positives as their season is coming to an end. And it's extremely unfortunate that some of these seniors could not be here for this Darien team as they are out. So for them to watch at home their team get eliminated without them is something I can't even imagine. So I'd like to express my condolences to the players watching at home. Darien had a great season, going 8-2-1 in the regular season, but unfortunately they will fall here in the semifinals against Greenwich 4-0. Greenwich played a great game despite the weather, little mistakes, if any at all, and they played with a lot of heart tonight, and they will advance to the finals here. As I was mentioning before, they will advance to the finals here on the goals from Ligori, Babb, O'Donnell, and Latuda in the 4-0 game. As we see them storm the field here, and we'll move on to the FCIAC West final matchup. So good luck to them in their endeavors. And Darien, they played a great season, unfortunately coming up short. Nothing went right for them today, but they had a great season, and that's something to hang their hats on. I'm going to give one final shout out to our production crew. On our main camera, David Pops, and our ISO camera, TJ Boucher, doing a great job of bringing you all the shots, including that last one here of this Darien team. Our director was Andrew Banks, who's also working instant replay, doing a great job of cutting all the shots together. Our advisor was Damian Andrew. A special thanks to Kari Johns for hopping on for a little bit at least. I'm Ted Brennan, signing off for the DAF Media. We will see you next time.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.